Hello everyone and welcome to the next episode of Trails in the Sky. Okay, we are back in Zeiss and looking at the positions of these NPCs, I'm sure they must have some new dialogue for us. So let's go and quickly check if that is the case. It seems like there's a lot of people in the church now. Guess the earthquake was a shock to everyone. Now then, before I go back to work I should really pray extra hard this time. May no more earthquakes come, may no more earthquakes come, may no more earthquakes come. Father Vixen's medicine is very effective. My shoulder pain's gotten a lot better. I should pray with everything I've got today. I've got to ask Adios to put an end to these earthquakes. I should pray with everything I've got today. I've got to ask Adios to put an end to these earthquakes. Providence of medical care is an important duty of the church. Pain of the heart or pain of the body, it matters not. Pain is pain. Salvation is had only when both are healed. Sister Kira has been working quite diligently lately. She's come to understand the importance of social activities. Dispensing medicine is an important duty of the church. At first I had some reservations, but now I truly believe he is doing the work of the goddess. Personally, I do what I do solely for the sake of the people. I do not seek to win favours with the goddess. I think Father Vixen's ideas are wonderful. You finally got some stuff back where it was. Everything's back as it should. Looks perfect if I do say so myself. Finally finished putting my wares back where they were. But what if another earthquake hits? Before we opened, my wife and I fought a bit over where to set up the store. But after the central factory got attacked, we spent some time really talking things over. The two of us are really committed to running a store both of us could love. The factory getting attacked is still a nasty memory, but thanks to that we were able to recall how we felt when we started this business. If you want Mama, she went to the church. She went to get medicine. I came shopping at my father's request, but all my father said was to go buy what looks delicious. Don't you think that's a ridiculous order? How the heck am I supposed to know which is the good stuff and what's not? My father told me to go buy what looks delicious. I wonder which apples are supposed to look delicious. Definitely not the red delicious, those things are nasty. One of our employees, Emma, is so scared of the earthquakes that she's completely lost her energy. Still, being a little scared might just be best. She normally has far too much energy after all. Calm and quiet like today is far better than the normal Emma. After all, usually she's practically screaming greetings at the guests and scaring them. Oh, I remember Emma. Welcome, guest. Thinking that another earthquake might come is totally distracting. The manager seems pretty happy for some reason though. Thinking that another earthquake might come is totally distracting. I think I'll leave the books like this until Louise comes back. I'm gonna make her clean it up no matter what. Does Uriel ever do any actual cleaning herself, or does she just force other people to do it for her? I swear, that girl is lazy with a capital L. You got to everything in time, all the dishware is safe, and it's all thanks to keeping it in order. Our boss just piles up huge towers of plates. If he leaves them like that, they're gonna be dust next time an earthquake hits. So old man Randall's granddaughter's old enough to be off at work, huh? Aw, who am I to talk? Looks like I've gotten old too. Wonder when that happened. My granddaughter's off working at the central factory. I can't help but worry whether she's doing okay or not. Well, my granddaughter isn't the type to worry about the little things. She's tough. I'm sure she'll survive. In a bit, I'll be escorting another freight vehicle. Lately, there have been a lot of dangerous monsters on the road, so this kind of job has gotten pretty stressful. Anyway, before I head off, I'm going to get something to eat over at the Falcom. After all, a round-trip escort mission can take a long time, especially the way things are these days. Orban exports are as steady as always. I hear Bruno complaining sometimes that he's so busy he can hardly stand it. Man, oh man, am I busy! As always, people are willing to fight over Zeiss's augments. Really, I ain't got time to sit and think about earthquakes no matter how rare they are. Alright, back to work. The owner of this shop's a person named Stain. He's kind of a hard head, but he's got a real eye for weapons. Anyway, technologically speaking, his critique is precise and detailed, but so sharp that it's kind of cruel. He's reduced a lot of engineers to tears. Stain is not what you'd call a tactful guy. He reduces a lot of engineers to tears with his critiques. We'll go to the Bracer Guild very last once we've caught up with everyone. Lately, my daughter Muriel's been helping at the central factory. She wants to be the receptionist. It'll be a good chance for her to learn what the real world is like, if nothing else. Her questionable motives aside, it's good that she's interested in work finally. I didn't think I'd see the day my daughter would go to work at the central factory. Her motives for joining are suspicious, but right now I just want to see her work hard and make a name for herself. When I get some time between work, I want to go and say hello to everyone at the central factory. Hello, and maybe sorry? I assume my daughter's causing everyone all manner of trouble. Oh, well, when we saw her in the library, she seemed to be doing pretty well. We don't get the latest weapons at the weapon shop I run. New models to them means stuff that hasn't been vetted as much as older stock. You can't really trust it to be reliable. There are all kinds of problems you only really learn about after using something extensively. We don't get the latest weapons at the weapon shop I run. I've argued a lot over stock with the younger staff, and to their credit, they understand. They finally agree with me. Speaking of weapons, how's this one doing? It was rough. Oh, that's not the one, it's this one. Okay. Cleared 10 battles, let's go report to Carl. I think actually get bonus BP if we do 15 battles. It's not exactly common knowledge, but actually even the Earth, there's power like orbal energy flowing. It's a phenomenon caused by power flowing through veins of septium ore, you see. The scale is absolutely different, but the basic concept is the same as the quartz in an augment. Nature truly is a mysterious thing. Fascinating, huh? Nature truly is a mysterious thing. Okay, before I go to the central factory, I'm going to quickly skip the video ahead. I'm going to go finish another 5 battles. Alrighty, and we are back in Zeiss again. So I went and defeated an extra 5 just to make sure. It hasn't updated on here, but we've definitely killed another, well, I killed another 6, I did another 6 fights. So we should definitely have enough now. So let's go ahead and catch up with the rest of the NPCs. My, this is adorable as well. Extravagant ones are lovely too, but small flowers are pleasantly modest. Modest yet elegant, small flowers are cute too. Almost like me in my youth. Mother, please remember, the reason you were fixing the flower beds was to prepare for an earthquake, not... Oh, so Mother, you planted this species just a bit ago. Welcome, how about a flower to brighten your day? I don't just carry flowers for viewing, you know. I also have some that can be used in cooking as well. I'd be most glad if you took a look. I don't just carry flowers for viewing, you know. I also have some that can be used in cooking as well. Hey, good work. How about a drink? I've got all kinds of good drinks for the body. Hey, good work. How about a drink? The big job recently is the Arcelli drive change. We're gonna put the new model engine in that girl. We're scheduled to go to Lyson Fortress and do the job there. Combining new engine model with the Arcelli, huh? Just thinking about it gives me shivers of excitement. Lately, the Labelle News has been putting a lot of effort into covering the non-aggression pack. I feel like I understand the importance of the pact a whole lot more than I would have otherwise thanks to that. I'll be paying close attention to the signing ceremony that's coming up soon. Thanks to that Labelle News article, I really get what's going on with that non-aggression pact. That's the Labelle News for you, real deep, but they're a nice read at the same time. Alright, it's about time to ready launch for the factory ship. They're scheduled to go to Lyson to swap over the Arcelli's engine. The maintenance chief's been over at the central factory since early in the morning talking about it. I want to get the bare minimum done before the maintenance chief shows his mug around here. Ooh, that's it. Look, look, look. The factory ship I've dreamed of. The Libnitz. It's incredible. So it's docked underground, is it? I never knew. Oh my, there it is right in cue. That overwhelming need to capture this sweet moment in time. Camera, camera. Ah, here you are. Oh, there it is down there. Alright, next stop, the central factory. It's good that there wasn't any damage from the earthquake, but in exchange for that, I've got my own trouble. Man, what a mess. I screwed up at work the other day. What to do, what to do. Yes, I've checked the documents on the stock of ordnance. I'll check out the basement factory as soon as possible. It seems we need permission to peruse the area. I'll check out the basement factory as soon as possible. I'll ask the receptionist right away how long it'll be before I have permission. Orbital cameras and household goods might be the next big thing. The problem is the actual ordnance. Simon, you've got a tally of the stock in the basement factory, right? You need to check them personally. Trust is the most important thing in the world of business. I'm not going to trust anything I hear until I see the real thing with my own eyes. I'm with the Labelle News. We contacted you earlier. Let me get right to the point. Have you determined the source of the earthquakes? No, we still don't know. To be honest, these earthquakes seem to be rather unique. Even we researchers are a bit confused. Is it a special case? Could you explain to me what's supposed to be special about it exactly? Anyway, it's certainly an earthquake with no historical precedent. In other words, it's an earthquake that was caused by something completely different than what we've seen in the past. For example, maybe an unknown volcano is behind the tremors? If you're looking for Professor Russell, he's gone to the guild. I imagine he's waiting there for you. The boy here is a technician that I've taken under my wing. He's come all the way from Rolent to train with the new models, as expected of my student. They travel so far to learn about the new model ordnance. Now this is the soul of a technician. Igor here was my teacher during my days at the central factory way back then. Since I already knew him, I asked him to train me this time too. I learned septium crafting from my dad, and then I learned the theory behind quartz circuits from Igor here. Looking back on it like this, my life's truly been blessed. Oh hey you guys, the guild sign thing sure was a shock. We really appreciate the help, Faye. We basically found it thanks to you. Haha, it was nothing. But man, what kind of a weirdo thief steals a sign? Think you can catch the culprit? It might be difficult right now, but we'll catch him someday. Yeah, that's the spirit. We'll be counting on you after all. Thanks for the encouragement. Well then, good luck with your work. Yeah, you all too. I'll be counting on you from here on out. Well, good luck with your work. I just got word, but apparently there was an earthquake at the Sangtheim Gate. Didn't feel any shaking over here at all though. It seems these earthquakes are a bit special. That new girl, apparently she's the granddaughter of some technician who used to be here. In other words, she got this job because she had an in. Apparently that new girl got in here because she has a connection. Well, we're all about skill here, so however she got in doesn't matter. My goal is to be the receptionist girl at the factory. I was born to do that job. I won't stop until my butt is planted behind that counter. Let's see, once this is over I need to stop by each of the research rooms. First impressions are critical, so I gotta always have a smile when I go out. Wonder why? I can't remember from the first game if she ever mentioned why she wants to be a receptionist so much. We're scheduled to load the new model engine onto the Arceli soon. We've got to have a plan for the swap operation ready before long. That's why I've been stuck here in the central factory lately. The swap job for the new engine is scheduled to be done at Lyson Fortress. The Arceli will head over from the capital and will take the factory ship. I've finished prepping all parts used in the Arceli job. Now we just have to check them over and load them onto the ship. Alright, Louise, could you check over the plugs? You designed that area, so it'd be best if you looked over it. Sure thing, got it. I'll go check up on the dock with the maintenance chief. Once the plug check is finished, we'll prepare for embarkation. We've got to prepare well in advance or I'm sure we'll forget something. Phew, once we finish the last checks, it'll finally be time for the factory ship to launch. For us to put such an incredible engine in an already incredible machine, I have to pinch myself sometimes to make sure I'm not dreaming. Let's just save it here in case it bugs out. And for some reason it's still showing that we haven't gotten those 15. Hey, come to report? Yeah, we fought the battles. Well then, allow us to report the results to date. Olivia, reported the current results of the test to Carl. Yeah, seems like you fought enough. Man, it looks like you worked pretty hard too. Oh good, yep, we got the 15. Thanks. As but a humble assistant, it was the least I could do. So, Olivia, were there any problems? No, absolutely no problems. Stable trajectory and a perfectly centered balance. I'm eager to see a fine piece of work like this out on the market. Phew, thank goodness. You have no idea how relieved I am to hear that. Alright, seems like I can finally see the production phase on the horizon. Oh, it's not gonna be mass produced yet? It looks like it's pretty done from my point of view. No, it still needs a bit more time. Now I need to hone in on the fine details for the manufacturing. And I'm able to do that because of the results you got me from this test. This new info should make further research fly ahead. Well, keep up the good work. A new model orbital gun. I'll be expecting great things. Yeah, look forward to it. Oh right, one sec before you go. Huh? Was there anything else? Yeah, take this with you. Ooh, it hit 3 quarts. It was bothering me a bit that the reward was kinda meagre. Well, think of this as making up for that. It's not a bad thing to have a bit of, so please take it. Aw, yeah, thanks. We'll be glad to use it. Well then, if anything else comes up, I'll call you guys. You all take care. See you later. Everyone, thank you for today. I'll do my best to make a great orbital gun with this data. Well then, if anything else comes up, I'll call you guys. Alright, let's go and get Olivia re-equipped. Oh, we still got to keep the gun, but the Grey Wolf is better. And who uses hit? Olivia definitely does. But who will make the most of it? So if I give that to a gate, doesn't get any new attacks, but he does get more dex. She does not use it. Could potentially... No. Wait, did that unlock anything? No. Actually, looks like she loses access to things. But if we go ahead and give it to Olivia... Oh, he actually gets Chaos Brand. What does that do again? Models and enemies' cognitive abilities. Okay, so I can cast confuse on people. Not bad, not bad. What should I have as my next theme? I can't just stay helping Ray forever. If I waste too much time, I'll just end up turning into his assistant. I really need to pick a theme soon. At this rate, I'm going to end up playing second fiddle to Ray forever. And making more weird vegetables. I just had success improving farm crops during my last bit of testing. But raising boring old normal plants isn't exactly interesting. No brilliant ideas are coming to me just moping around here. Maybe it's about time to go for a walk. The world is covered in things that could be researched. However, only a small handful of them are actually worth researching. It was that Septium Church medicine that saved a gate, remember? It was very interesting, so I tried to analyse it, but I couldn't figure out how it worked in the slightest. Modern medical science still has a long way to go. Modern medicine, which medical scientists rely upon as a foundation, has a very short history. Surgical fields have had some success, but our understanding of medicine is still far from the church's. After all, they have over 1,000 years of experience on us. Yeah, I think a lot of natural things, even in real life, can have some profound effects that you just can't really measure because it acts so differently on every person. Capel's running smoothly. Lately we've been trying to avoid constant operation and give it periodic breaks. The Capel, unlike other machines, needs to rest sometimes apparently. Stopping it periodically helps it run smoothly. It's interesting, huh? Almost like a living thing. This is just my thought, but I think the difference between it and other machines relates to the presence of memory. While Capel's running, it's constantly updating its own memory, so while it's operating, it doesn't really have time to rebuild and store any of it. In which case, to arrange its memory, it needs some time spent offline. That's the theory I'm trying to write up as my thesis anyway. Just like a computer, sometimes you've got to turn it off and on again. That reminds me, it seems like Professor Russell is really busy right now. I'm starting to get a really bad feeling. Professor Russell, just what does he plan to do this time? I'm half fascinated, half horrified, that's how I feel right now. He's gonna blow up the world. Alright, I guess we go down to Chaldea Tunnel. Faye's smile seems so much brighter since the Queen's birthday celebrations. You don't think she got back together with her old boyfriend, do you? Oh, I'm such an idiot. I knew I should have made my move when I had the chance. Okay, I'm going to skip the video ahead while I travel to the other checkpoint. Okay, here we are at Erletten. We've received several reports of earthquakes around Zeiss. Earthquakes don't typically happen in Labelle, so it's a little unsettling to hear about multiple ones in a row like that. The area around the Chaldea Hills has a very stable base. That's why there are almost no earthquakes on record. Apparently there are earthquakes happening in Zeiss. To be honest, I hate earthquakes. I mean, the entire land shakes, right? It's only natural to be freaked out. Apparently there are earthquakes happening in Zeiss. I hope they don't hit here. Lately, Maury's been reading the Labelle news a lot. Apparently she's been looking at the pictures and doesn't read the articles themselves. She's the exact opposite of me and my love of books. She hates the printed word. We read a lot of picture books together when we were kids. I wonder at what point it was that we diverged so much. Lately, Maury's been reading the Labelle news a lot. Okay. The Labelle news shots are great. If I could take pictures like that, I'd have no complaints. That reminds me, the Labelle news had some shots of this guard post way back. Alright, I'll take enough to not lose to that. The Labelle news shots are great. Yep, okay. Oh, I'm stuck! Oh, I got out. Seems like the earthquakes in Zeiss are still going on. I guess I should at least clear the glass bottles off the shelves, huh? Seems like the earthquakes in Zeiss are still going on. Okay, same thing. It seems like the soldiers are all worked up. I wonder if something happened. Well, whatever. It's nothing to do with me. I should focus on my reading. Everyone's talking about the earthquakes in Zeiss. We're getting rumours even all the way out here. Apparently it was pretty small, but it's kind of creepy. We almost never get earthquakes in the kingdom. Ruin's election, and now the earthquakes in Zeiss. We're kind of in a midpoint between those two things, but everything's quiet here. Apparently there was an earthquake even at the Sanctheim Gate. After the Wolf Fort, this is the second military structure affected. I don't know why, but I've got a bad feeling. Apparently there was an earthquake even at the Sanctheim Gate, same thing. After the Wolf Fort, it was the Sanctheim Gate, huh? Ooh, can't forget Zeiss either. Seems like there was an earthquake there too. Do earthquakes even work like this? It's like they're being aimed or something. Alrighty, I'm gonna go ahead and make my way over to Elmo Village. Okay, and here we are in Elmo Village. Because of the problem with the springs, the store's been mostly empty. I've just been reading the Labelle News to pass time. I read that the non-aggression pact signing will be at the Royal Villa. It's got nothing to do with commoners like us, but it's interesting enough to know. Here we go. Sword technique, 8-leaf blitz. Not yet. Eat this, bullet barrage, bang bang bang! Next it's time for my body split craft. Ahaha, can you see through the illusion? Ooh, what a grand feat of leaping. Ho-ho, how amusing. Oh, what a grand feat of leaping. My daughter's finally started working. Yes, it may be true that it's a simple part-time job at the inn, but it's better than having her lying about the house. Lately my daughter's been working a side job at the inn. I hope she's taking it seriously. Oh, so the girl that's a big fangirl of Olivia is also the one that was complaining that her mother wouldn't make her dinner for her. A lot of lazy children in this game. I heard from my wife Addie, who works at the inn, but apparently there are rumours of a peeping Tom at the outdoor baths. Can't believe there'd be anyone in this village who'd do that. Mrs. Mao contacted the guild just in case, but I'm sure it's just our customers' imaginations. I heard rumours about a peeping Tom at the outdoor baths. I can't believe that there'd be anyone in this village who'd do that. Sounds like we might have a future quest there. We'll have to make our way back here once we've picked it up. Oh, wasn't there a guy out here earlier? Is that the peeping Tom? Seems like there'll be a signing ceremony for a non-aggression pact or whatever soon. Should be some Republican guests too, apparently. I'm hoping we see a few of those as customers after it's done. A non-aggression pact's just a promise to be peaceful, right? Why didn't they sign something like that sooner? There needs to be a certain amount of trust in those signings. I didn't have anything better to do, so I got a part-time job here cleaning, but all our customers are so old that it's hard to get excited about work. It'd be nice if we had some real customers again like Lord Olivier. I didn't have anything better to do. Same old, same old. It's really hard to put delicious food into words. The mouth can just appreciate it better than the eyes, you know? The more delicious a thing is, the harder it is to put into words. What more even needs to be said aside from delicious? Starting today, I'm going to be writing an article on Eastern cooking. I hope I can come up with something good. Lately, I've heard rumours that there's a peeping Tom at our baths. No one's caught a clear look at the culprit, though. I hate having just rumours running around with no proof. I hope some braces will solve it soon. Lately, my daughter Rasia has been helping out around the inn. She's cleaning the rooms right now, but in the future I'd like her to help me out in the kitchen. Rasia's got the palate of a chef. Ha, just what I'd expect from a daughter of mine. Of course, she's also inherited my slightly irresponsible nature too. Go ahead and refill our CP while we're here. I've got to stop calling it that. I just know that this video is going to be destroyed in the algorithm saying that word. Craft points. Gotta call them craft points. Okay, I'm heading on back to Zeiss. And we're back. So let's go over to the Bracer Guild and finally get this main story rolling again. Taita, Professor, what are you doing here? Oh, Estelle, a gate. Ha, perfect timing. We finished investigating the earthquakes, so what are these hunks of junk? Junk? How rude. These are the little things I promised you earlier. We can get to that in a moment. First, you did, I assume, investigate the Sanctheim Gate earthquake. I'd like to hear what you discovered both there and at the Wolf Fort. Right, okay, so Estelle reported what they had learned at the fort, the gate, and in the city. So the earthquakes grow stronger with each occurrence, eh? This is quite serious, assuming the rate of growth you describe is constant. Yeah, one even stronger than the Sanctheim one hitting the city would be really, really bad. And the man in sunglasses seen at all 3 locations. I would say it is all but certain that man is an agent of Ouroboros. Given that, I think helping Professor Russell with his experiment is our best interest. An experiment? What with this junk? Precisely so. They are septum vein measuring instruments I developed years ago. When placed properly on the ground, they can monitor the flow of a septum vein in real time. Septum, I know I always ask these questions, but what's a septum vein? The huge veins of septum ore that run deep beneath the surface of the earth. The energy flowing along them slowly moves the surface. In the distant past, they were referred to as both earth veins and spirit veins, and I believe in the distant east they're called dragon veins, no? Very knowledgeable, just so. The peoples of the east have built their greatest cities on places where dragon veins converge since time immemorial. The ideal was always been to gather the energy of the land and use it to give strength to the nation. Oh, okay then, I learned something. So these devices can stop earthquakes then? No, I'm afraid not. These will only monitor the flows passively. However, one leading theory is that earthquakes are caused in part by septum vein flows bending the earth. If we monitor the veins, therefore, we may be able to discover something about what's causing these blasted earthquakes. I see. That means we need to make sure to set these up before another earthquake occurs. Right, so 3 devices means 3 places you have in mind, right, Gramps? I do. Take a look at the map. So I need you kids to set these up in 3 locations in this region. Firstly, on the northern trap plains where the stone circle is specifically. Next, smack dab in the middle of the Chaldea tunnel. From here, it's near the first bridge. And finally, in front of Lyston Fortress. Here, here, and here. That's where I need you to place the devices. Okay, I've got all that down. So do we just need to set them on the ground? I'm afraid it isn't quite that easy. You'll need to insert the sensor needle into the ground at the right angle and also tune the antenna. An antenna? A transmission device, you mean? So these devices will transmit the information gathered to another location? Ah, you're sharp. The antenna will send the data to our calculator and augment the Capel so we can easily analyse the septum veins' movements. With the Capel, we can monitor all 3 locations at once. That sounds pretty cool, I guess. Will you be coming with us to help set this stuff up, Professor? No, I need to prepare the Capel for all this. Taita knows what to do, she can go with you. I get to work with Estelle again. Alrighty, Taita's worth her weight in mirror anyway. Agate, you have no complaints, right? With a look like that? No. Just don't daydream too much while fiddling with the machine's short stuff. Feel like if we left you to it, you wouldn't even notice monsters until you were actually in their mouths. Aw, Agate, you're mean. But you'd save me if that happened, right? Tch, brat. Taita, cuteness 1, Agate 0. Well then, I need to start tuning the Capel. Once you've placed all the measuring instruments, head to the operations room in the central factory. Will do. Work hard, Grandpa. So we need to get all these set up before the next earthquake. Let's get to it. Whoa, before that, our group here is getting a little crowded. Might be a good idea to keep someone here as backup and to make sure we don't go walking around with an army. The combat party may only be made up of 4 people. From here on out, when the time comes to form a party, you may choose members aside from any story-mandated members. Well, let's go ahead and take with us Outlaw, not limited by lines, expert recovery arts, possesses useful support crafts. She is useful for the healing, but Olivier is useful for the banter. He's always got something funny to say, so I think we're going to have to go for the comedy over what would make sense. Very well, I'll be on the 2nd floor. If you need me at any time, don't hesitate to ask. Reserved party members will be on the 2nd floor of the local guild house. By speaking with them, you may swap them out with any party members who aren't mandatory. This should be okay then. Let's see, so we need to set up instruments in the tunnel, on the North Plains, and in front of Leiston Fortress. Is there any order we should tackle that in? I shall leave that to your judgment. I will, however, contact Leiston ahead of you. If we explain our circumstances, I cannot imagine they will take issue with our gathering data in front of their gate. Good idea. Time to move out then. Tighter, keep up. Okay. Okay, let's go ahead and report what we've done so far. Probably got some new missions to pick up. So we've got parts search, some orbit parts we've got missing in the central factory, recruiting persons to help search. Visit Eric on the 1st floor. Recently we've had rumours of Peeping Tom around the open baths. I'd like someone to come to Elmo when they have time. Trap Plains Monster 2. Apparently that's easy. And Sold Out Army Road Monster. Okay, perfect. Anyone up here that needs to be spoken to? The measuring devices are to be placed in the middle of the tunnel. Okay, she's just reminding us what to do. Let's see what we have for Taita. I think there's a new gun we can go and grab for her. She has a fiber vest. Any upgrades we can give her? Enhanced jacket. Fiber boots. Let's do... Fighting a lot of monsters with poison right now. Let's go ahead and give you the headband back. That's probably why he wasn't doing a lot of damage against some of the monsters we were fighting. What level is Taita? Level 40? She's got a lot of catching up to do. Okay, we need to give her some new abilities. Let's go ahead and start improving. Okay, does that have to be... Yeah, that has to be that. Let's give her some of these so she can learn some healing arts. Oh, and she's got the eagle eye, so we can see. Oh, we already had access to the eagle eye. Okay, so she's not going to be able to do the AoE healing, but that does give her a little bit of extra things that she can do for us. Let's give her some extra attack. Extra evasion. Okay, so that should do for now, to make her as kind of like a secondary healer with Olivier. So I think Olivier has his healing abilities as well. Yes, somehow, even without any blue orbments. Alrighty, and do people have new topics for us? In a bit I'll be escorting another freight vehicle. Awesome. So it looks like we won't have to catch up with everyone. because we've already done that. So I think I'm going to call the episode there for now, everyone. Thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell notification icon so you know when the next episode is coming out. And I'll see you all on the next one. Bye bye for now.